What's going on, guys? Trevor Hansen here with the Wake Channel. Thanks for checking us out today. We're going to talk today about how to select your first invert. There's a lot of people that are wanting to try that first flip and are nervous about trying it, and they're trying to figure out which one they should try first. So hopefully we can give you a couple suggestions that'll help narrow down which one you should be trying. So the most common invert that people try first is a heel side back roll. That's where you're coming in on your heel side edge, you're hitting the wake, and you're looking over your front shoulder and doing almost a straight side flip where your board's rotating around the handle. And it's one of the easiest flips for people to understand and wrap their minds around. So that's usually where people start and try for their first time. It's one that you can do at slow boat speeds. You can try at one wake. So it's a really easy flip for people to try as their first one. You typically don't take a lot of hard crashes, and the nice thing is that you can try at one wake. Some people just can't understand the rotation though. So the tantrum would be another suggestion. That one's the one that I learned first. It's one that's super easy to actually rotate. Like, I think that the tantrum, most people can do backflips off of a trampoline, off a dock. If you're proficient at doing backflips, off of any object really, a tantrum is a really good place to start for your first invert. The only caveat to the tantrum is that you have to learn how to square up at the wake. So when you get to the wake, you have to be able to turn your shoulders square to the wake and be able to push up and go straight backwards. So it requires a pretty good wake jump to where you're good at pushing straight up and not going across the wake super fast. You want to be able to push straight up and go super high to be able to try the tantrum. So my next suggestion for inverts would be a toe-side back roll. And this one's one of my favorite ones to teach people, especially if they have a fear of getting upside down. It's one that you can wrap your mind around really easily. Most people can understand a straight backflip, which is basically what a toe-side back roll is, except you're approaching it on your toes, so you don't have to worry about the squaring up part that is required to do the tantrum. The toe-side back roll can be done at really slow speeds on a short or a long rope length, and you can do it one wake really easily. The crashes don't hurt, so it's definitely a good one to try if you have a fear of getting upside down. The one thing that's a little bit harder about the toe-side back roll is actually not the easiest to ride away. So it's one that's easy to throw and get upside down and understand how to do the flip, but riding away is not as easy as maybe a back roll or a tantrum. The same is true for our next one, the toe-side front roll. The toe-side front roll is an easy one to throw. You're coming in toe-side and you're going to throw it forward just like a straight front flip that most people can do off a dock or a trampoline. It's a little bit difficult to get off the top of the wake sometimes for a front roll, and landing it is not the easiest to actually land and ride away. But it's another one that's easy to learn how to throw. The crashes don't particularly hurt. You can do it one wake at a super slow boat speed, which makes it a good option to at least throw it and get upside down for the first time. You can kind of almost split these suggestions in half. So the heel side suggestions, you've got two options there, and the toe side suggestions. The toe side, both of those are easier to rotate. The toe side back roll and the toe side front roll are super easy to rotate. You don't have to worry about very hard crashes. The more difficult part to them is that they are toe side, which people aren't always comfortable with. But the one thing that makes them easy is that you can see your takeoff because you're cutting in on your toes, so you can see it, and it makes it less intimidating for most people. With the heel side, because that wakes at your heels, it's a little bit harder to see your takeoff. It makes it a little bit more intimidating. They require cutting in with a little bit more speed to do the tantrum and the back roll, so that intimidates people sometimes. Those rotations are both super easy to do, but they are a little bit more intimidating. Some advice that I give riders is to actually try a couple different ones. Pick the one that's the least intimidating to you. These four options give you forward and backward rotations from toe and the heel. So everyone's going to have one that maybe clicks in their mind a little bit easier. You can see the rotation, you understand how the rotation works. So that's the one that you should try first. But don't stick with it if you can't land it, because some of them are more difficult to land than others. Try one, get upside down, get comfortable with getting upside down, and if you haven't landed it, you've been trying it for a long time and you just can't quite figure out that landing, don't be scared to try a different one, because now that you understand how to get upside down, you may be trying toe-side back rolls, but you just can't quite understand how that rotation comes around and you physically land. Maybe switch it up and go try the tantrum on the other side. It's a different takeoff, but it's kind of a similar rotation, and maybe the landing will click for you, and then you'll pick both of them up. One of the most fun things in wakeboarding is getting that first invert. It's something that people really strive for. It's a crowd pleaser. Everyone wants to be able to go upside down and do those first flips. So go ahead and give all these a try. Pick your favorite one, give it a try. If it doesn't work, don't be scared to move on and go to the other one. A lot of suggestions would be, learn your rotations off of a trampoline or a dock. If you can do front flips and back flips on a trampoline, it's going to help you so much more than not being upside down at all. So don't be scared to go off the side of your boat and do back flips off the side of the boat into the water, off a dock, off the trampoline. Front flips, back flips, all that stuff really helps. Hook up a trampoline to your rope, practice your back rolls from a rope tied to a tree on a trampoline. That'll help you as well. And then make sure that you've got all your takeoffs dialed. Wake jumps going straight up and as high as you can will really help you dial in your first invert. So don't be scared to try any of these four. Hit us up in the comments, let us know which one you try first, which one you have the most success with, and why you had that success. That'll help other people that are watching understand which ones they should try first. Thanks for checking us out, guys. We'll see you out there.